Hey, what's up guys, Lightning Go 14 here, soaring back into everyday life with another video. In this video we're talking about this, which is my shotgun Megalodon mod that I have somewhat recently built. So in this video we're going to be talking about the mod and how I built it and the 3D printed cylinder that makes it all possible. We're also going to be talking about why I believe that this may be the best Nerf shotgun that is available right now. So that's what we're going to do in this video, so let's get right on into it. So diving right on in, starting off, what is this modification exactly? It is a modification that uses a couple 3D printed parts to transform the Megalodon from a 20-shot Mega Blaster into a 20-shot shotgun blaster that shoots 3-dart shotgun blasts. And it does that very nicely. So how that works is that the stock cylinder is removed and you 3D print this ginormous cylinder, and then you also 3D print this cap here, and then there's also a cap ring right here that locks the thing in place. And the way this works is pretty easy and straightforward. This button right here, you can it rotates and it has little teeth inside there that lock when it's rotated all the way, but when it's rotated all the way here, then you can depress it and insert it and take it out. And then there's a spring inside there that you insert. You just have to source that yourself. And then you lock it in place and keep it from coming out with this ring here. And so that's the way that works. And it functions very, very well. So the print itself was relatively easy to do. It didn't require supports, but it is a ridiculously long print. This thing took me, I believe, 2 days, 10 hours to print, which is huge. And it took up almost the entire bed on my 3D printer. And then the drum button was like, I don't know, like another 3 hours-ish, and then the ring was like an hour or something like that. So overall, you've got a lot of print time required in order to make this thing. And that said, it was fairly easy to print. I printed it out on my Ender 3, and this one here is printed in the 0 fluorescent orange PLA, which I rather like because it matches the stock orange on most Nerf blasters fairly nicely. I was concerned that maybe my printer might fail partway through the print because I haven't ever done a print this long before, but thankfully it turned out very nicely and I'm very happy with it. So that's enough rambling about it. Let's do a firing demo, and then after that I'll talk about why I believe this to be the best Nerf shotgun that is available right now. Alright, so I've got the Megalodon loaded up with 20 shots of 3 darts each, so a total of 60 darts required to load this thing. I've got mostly AccuFakes in here with 1 or 2 waffles and elite darts. And important to note is that you cannot do 6 half darts in these, and that's just because of the space requirements. The barrels are only tight for the bottom like half. It's not going to show up, but only the bottom half of the barrels are actually tight. So if you stack in 6 half darts, the top 3 darts will just fall out, which is a shame, but it's kind of the way it had to be designed due to the fact that there's really not that much space on the Megalodon drum. So here we go. We've got 20 darts. Let's do it. As you can see, we get pretty decent performance, decent spread too. Would probably be even better with elite darts. And you have a lot of shots with this thing. So I'll do a couple slam fire now. Slam fire doesn't quite work as well for whatever reason, but it still works fairly well. I think that's all the darts. Why do I believe that this blaster is one of the best shotguns for Nerf, if not the best? Well, to understand that opinion, we have to take a look at what problems most shotguns in Nerf suffer from. Those problems are low capacity, slow reloads, low velocity, and low rate of fire. And of those problems, the only one that the Megalodon suffers from is low velocity. And that one can at least be partially fixed by modifying the blaster, reducing dead space, increasing the seal, and adding in a stronger spring. Let's take a look at the other common problems shotguns in Nerf have. Low capacity. The Megalodon has an amazing capacity of 20 shots before you have to reload. That's a lot more than most other shotguns that in Nerf have. If you look at things like the Double Dealer and the Secondary Burn and other mag-fed shotguns, those are higher, but they also generally have slower reloads. And when you compare it to the vast majority of shotguns on the market or for Nerf, then this one far outstrips them in terms of capacity. And it does that while still shooting 3-dart shotgun blasts. Low rate of fire. The Megalodon has a great rate of fire because not only is it very fast to fire and prime, it also has a slam fire, which further boosts the rate of fire. Slow reloads. Now this one is one where the Megalodon can partially be at fault, but I believe that you could modify this thing to reload a little faster. I've seen Dr. Flux do it fairly quickly with swappable drums on his pump action Megalodon, and I think if you had the right spring in here, you could get the reload speed down pretty quickly. If you've seen my Magnum reload video, or my Magnum mod guide, you've known that I can reload a cylinder-fed blaster very quickly, even one that should be as awkward as the Magnum. So I think it would be no problem to be able to get the reload speed on this blaster down to a pretty fast speed. The other place that the Megalodon really shines, and that is a huge advantage of it, is the size. The Megalodon is incredibly compact for the capacity that it has. 20 shots in a blaster of this size of 3-dart shotgun blast is really impressive. And I think that's one of the main advantages of this blaster. Most traditional shotguns, like the Trilogy or the Sledgefire or other things, only shoot one shell, and they're generally much longer and much more unwieldy. And when you put it all together, the fact that it has an incredibly fast rate of fire because of the slam fire, and the fact that it's very easy to prime, that it's incredibly compact, and the fact that it has a giant capacity of 20 shots, and the fact that it has a decent velocity when upgraded, means that is why I believe that the Megalodon is probably the best shotgun available for Nerf right now. So that pretty much sums up my thoughts on the Megalodon and why I believe is the best shotgun. Very happy with how this project turned out. It functions great. If you know anything about me, I love shotguns. This one was obviously a huge hit with me. I'm very happy to have finally completed it. I actually bought a Megalodon with the sole purpose of converting it into a shotgun, and then it took me an entire year to finally get around to printing it and converting it, which is a shame. But I think that's everything I wanted to cover in this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, please leave them in the comments section down below. And if you disagree with me on my opinion of why this is the best shotgun and you can think of a better one, please let me know in the comments section down below. And that's going to do it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.